What I meant to say was Apple's first event of the year has already happened. Please clap.
Please clap.
Yeah, it happened. We missed it, but it was focused on, wait for it, gaming. Yep, bet you didn't see that coming, did you? Apple's gaming event happened just last week, and it was a super stealthy affair. I mean, not the same stealthy affair that you're having. That's right. I know about it. Press and influencers were invited to see Apple's big advancements made in everything from Apple TV gaming to the latest updates to Mac gaming. And of course, iPhone and stuff. Ever since Apple Arcade launched, it's clear that Apple at least gives a single about gaming. So this is nice to see. You know all that, oh, look at all the gaming we can do stuff that they have at the iPhone events usually. Yeah, this was like that, but apparently deserved its own separate thing. This was that. Now hang on, before you just jump away from this video, I think there's something interesting going on here, but we'll get to that in a second. A handful of games were showcased at this little comfy event. Most notably was the Medium running natively on Mac, which is always good to see. Turns out Apple Silicon is actually pretty strong when it comes to games. And as a fellow person who absolutely hates myself and gets angry every single night at one single video game, this one piqued my interest. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile was shown. Yep, that's really what I'm looking for in my life because I don't have enough reasons to throw my phone into the ceiling and scream swear words at 11-year-olds, so that's good. I was missing that. Don't, quote me on this or anything because I might be making it up, but I'm pretty sure, if somebody ran the numbers, did the math, the iPhone is one of, if not the largest gaming platform on the planet. Not because it's like a gamer's wet dream or anything, but you got it in your pocket. And sometimes the best gaming device is the one that you just are always carrying. And with Macs now having Apple Silicon, a good amount of iPhone and iPad apps are now on Mac. But what we're really missing is 100% support for iPhone and iPad apps. The same could be said though for Apple TV. If Tim Cook played his cards right, a huge portion of Apple's user base already has a game console thing sitting already there connected to their TV. I'm guilty for putting at least a couple hours or a couple days, who knows really, amount of time into Crossy Road. I play Crossy Road a lot on that thing. So if they were just to release something more substantial or multiple more substantial things on a platform like that, I might just quietly starve and die on my couch. If the words Apple and gaming don't really go together in your head, this is at least good news. The fact that they held a separate event just for this, just for gaming, that's a huge step in the right direction. That could end up meaning a lot of things. A friend of the channel, Jacqueline Dallas from Nothing But Tech, she was invited to the event, and she wrote on Instagram saying, "Yesterday, I went to an Apple event that truly left me so inspired and excited. It was a bunch of developers that are making apps for Apple Arcade and Mac. So even if you don't give a flying poop about gaming, this is still huge, and it still marks the first Apple event of the year. Every day, I wake up and I just want to hear Tim Cook say, 'Good morning' into my sweet Jern ears." That's how every day should be started for all of us. And we are gearing up to have even bigger Apple events. Like in a couple weeks here, we're getting the AR/VR headset. Oh, wait, just kidding. It was canceled. I guess it's delayed again. So now it's WWDC. Maybe, who knows? They'll probably move it again. Like I said, time isn't real. That's okay. I wasn't very excited about it or anything and wanted it very badly. This is good news because I'm busy anyway right now, so that's fine. And it gives me more time to save up some money. How will I pay for the AR/VR headset from Apple? Good question. Have you heard of sponsors? It's 2023 and AI is taking over the world and trying to kill us all. If only there was AI that was helpful. That's why this episode is sponsored by our friends over at Notion. Say hello to Notion AI, your friendly neighborhood AI-powered assistant that brings your productivity into 2023 where it belongs. With Notion AI, you can do everything from sprucing up an essay, picking out action items from your meeting notes, or even helping you write this ad. Yep, I cheated, I think. Notion AI helped me write this very ad. That's probably why it sounds so good for once. Because even if you aren't an expert in grammar and sentence structure, or maybe you've hit some bad writer's block, Notion AI hasn't, and it is always ready for you to keep on trucking and spending your time as productive as possible. Notion AI isn't just a dime a dozen chatbot either. Since Notion AI is weaved smartly into all of Notion's already powerful productivity tools, you'll never want to work alone again. Notion AI is obviously an amazing writing partner to bounce ideas off of, but that's just a small part of the ever-expanding power of this AI assistant. Notion is hard at work, constantly updating, perfecting, and making Notion AI smarter every day. Utilizing Notion's suite of productivity tools, their new AI is able to create graphs and tables for you, help with programming code, and even provide powerful, accurate translations from all of our human languages. So give yourself that leg up on your workload that you've always needed and let Notion AI go to work for you. It's like your own personal assistant, except you don't have to, talk to it and buy it coffee. Check out Notion using the link in the description today. And of course, a huge thanks to Notion for sponsoring this episode. And last up for the day, story numero lasto is kind of weird. Let me explain. So Apple just made some pretty big changes to how iOS betas are gonna work moving forward. Basically, you can just go into your settings under Software Update and enable iOS developer betas directly on your iPhone instead of needing to go through the whole Apple developer website. And this is going to be the only way to enable developer betas in the future. Cool, okay, sounds good. But there is a tiny catch to all this. Apple has killed the ability to get access to iOS betas through downloading free profiles from sites like betaprofiles.dev. Apple, for sure, is well within their right to make a change like this. I'm sure they weren't a huge fan of lots of people basically pirating beta software, and it is super cool that if you're going to do things legit, you do everything from your settings app now. 5 stars, cool. Isn't half the fun as an Apple fanboy being able to download the betas and ruin your phone every time they come out for free? Listen, a $99 Apple Developer Program fee every year isn't a big deal, but yarn, matey! Sometimes you just want to sail the 7 seas! That was my best pirate accent. That was what I got. I'm not going to do it over. We both have to live with what just happened. I feel like a lot of you probably have a fun time by downloading Apple's iOS betas and enjoying the half-finished ideas for free, but I guess Tim Cook just likes the money. Who knew? And I'm not going to say that I personally used betaprofiles.dev to download betas for free every time they came out. No, I wouldn't say that about me, per se, but I'm not going to say that I didn't do that. I'm going to hell. You'll still be able to download free versions of iOS betas when Apple gets around to publicly releasing them, sure. You'll just have to wait, which is always the worst part. But Tim, I want it now! Again, not saying that I do this or that I did this, but hypothetically, my favorite yearly activity was to download these beta profiles for free to have the terrible battery life, the bugs and software crashes that all the other developers get, but without the developer money. And plus, what are the other YouTubers who like to make their outrage videos? What are they going to do? What are we going to do about that?